Hi guys, welcome to this video. Today I'm looking at the Marvel United X-Men Gold Team package, seeing what's inside. I've yet to open it, so I'm looking forward to it. It's got some really cool people in it. As you can see on the back, it's got Forge, Iceman, Colossus, Bishop, Archangel, and Sebastian Shaw as the enemy. So this just looks like it's adding a lot more characters and people you can play. But it may also be part of the team's battle thing you can do as well, which is in one of the other boxes, the yellow team. So maybe part of the yellow versus blue stuff. Looks like it from these symbols, which are your team target symbols on the other box. So these are usually used for tracking who's done the most of their goals before you can attack the boss and take him down or get your extra stuff. You kind of play two storylines at once versus the same boss, which is quite an interesting concept. So let's see how this one looks inside. First we've got the rule book. We've got an initiative token for the team thing, the team mission complete things, the team dashboard, and so the bits that came with the other game. So it seems quite interesting. Looks like a really interesting way to play. I'm looking forward to having a go of it. I'm most probably going to try and play with my cousin or something, so we can both play as two of the characters at once and then battle each other to be the best heroes. Sounds like a really cool way of playing. So these parts come with it. That's obviously you can't stun token, so you can't do a BAM for the main evil character. Got a few more locations here for the gold team. They might be relevant to the characters, I'm not sure. Hellfire Club Building, Limbo, Krakoa. Don't know where that is, but it's a cool looking grumpy tree with like really kind of awesome look to his face. Very grim. Chandelar, the Shire Empire. Don't know about this actually. I would love to know more about this, so if you know anything else about this, please leave us a message in the comments explaining what this is from and which character it relates to. I'm assuming it's most probably to do with this guy, Sebastian Shaw, and his stuff, but he's got, look at this, I'm quite surprised actually that he's only got really low health. So I'm assuming he must be difficult to get to and kill, because 2 damage is not a lot of damage for anyone. So he might be really interesting to fight. I don't know a lot about Sebastian Shaw, so again, let me know in the comments if you know more about him and what he does, who he is. He's got a very old, like, kind of Victorian style to him. He looks a bit like how you might imagine a William Shakespeare style character to look, or someone from that era. As I said, these are the yellow and blue tokens that go on the bottom of your bases of your minis to show who's on what team. Then we have your Sebastian Shaw guy, the evil dude. He's got a really great look to him. Just awesome. All around, these miniatures are absolutely fantastic. This one looks very cool. He's got a great little grumpy look to his face. Really gives him character. Here's the guy with the gun, whose name I've forgotten, but he's got really cool features. A little backpack on his back. Standing on a kind of futuristic-y, metal-y looking floor. Here's the Iceman. So this one shouldn't take a long time to paint because he's clear blue plastic, so you don't have to paint him at all. So you can just paint the base and be like, done. First one done. He looks really cool. Obviously the camera's struggling to pick him up because of the see-through aspect. Hopefully that helps a little bit. These are really funky. I love the way they've actually made effort to put these type of characters into their see-through plastic, which really makes them come alive for you, makes them really stand out how they should do. I haven't come across the Silver Surfer yet, but I know he's a bit the same. Hopefully he's coming out silver. And we've got this guy with another gun. Oh, zoom in. Okay, older. He's got a bit of a moustache. Kind of got a bit of a solid snake look going on in his face. But he looks really aggressive. He looks like he's going to do some serious damage. And then on the back he's got like a strap across his back. And he again is standing on the kind of futuristic type floor. Just not zooming in on it. But a bit at the back is more got wires and metal-y stuff coming out the ground, and a bit of rubble around him. Again, the way they've mixed these up is great. They're not all the same. They're not just copy and paste onto the same one. And then we have Colossus here. Big guy with a big forehead. Looks cool. He's It's going to be interesting to paint. I can't remember, I'm not sure if I'm 100% right. Colossus is a guy who can make himself like a steel kind of body armor. If so, that's going to be a bit of choice there on what colour you want to paint them. And then you've got the Archangel with his wings and these things coming out of the ground, so it looks like he's flying. And he's, you can see there, it looks like he's bare feet, or maybe not. But it's hard to tell. Yeah, great detail. Again, the wings have got all these little lines in them. And he's got another double pair of wings at the back. They're going to be really cool looking, stand out a lot on the table. Of course, he's a lot bigger than the other ones because of his wings. But they take that into account and they've made him that size. So let's have a look at some of the cards just before we finish up on this one. The top card is the older guy with the moustache. I cut myself, don't want to do that. Be careful when you're using the craft knife. The craft knife's blade is not fully secured in there, it should be. So here are the deck for Forge. Again, these are arts on these are brilliant. This one stands out really well, I really like that one. Then you've got Bishops, and he's got a starting hand card, which is energy resistance. As long as this card's face up in the storyline, you cannot take any damage dealt from adjacent locations. That's really powerful. A lot of enemies hit adjacent locations when they move or they bam. So really cool. And then you've got, oh, he's got blue face. I did not even know that. The Archangel, he's got all sorts of stuff. Techno-organic wings. Hit 3 spaces. Hit 3 damage in the adjacent space. That's a really cool card. And you get a move. So that's technically like 4 moves in one go. Really strong card. And then you've got the Iceman. It's got like organic ice body. You cannot take any damage until the beginning of your next turn. Really funky, really thematic. Oh, and then you've got, yeah, he's Colossus in his silver mode. You get like a fastball special. He's got a starting card he always starts with. Ooh. Knock the table over nearly. Organic steel body. As long as the card is face up in the storyline, you may ignore 1 damage during each villain turn. That's really useful, so he can take up some damage and not lose cards. And then you've got your threat for your Sebastian Shaw character here that goes on your different places, and his art on these cards is really nice. And then your team stuff, you've got clear threat, defeat thug, clear threat, rescue civilians, defeat thugs. So for the different teams, you've got less things to do. You've got to get 5 thugs, 5 civilians and 2 threats cleared on each team. Once you do that, then similar to the other way, you can attack the enemy and try and kill him. Whoever does the most damage, I think, to the enemy wins, not necessarily whoever knocks him out, kills him. If there's a draw, then whoever's killed him is the winner, I think, is how it works. Something like that. But I've not played it yet, so don't take that as my word. So, are you excited for any of these characters? Do you know the backstory to some of these, like Sebastian Shaw, that you could tell me? Please leave a comment. I'd love to hear back from you guys. And if you'd like to leave a like and a subscribe, I'd really appreciate that as well. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.